Hi, Dusty Gibbs here with Gibbs Garden Center. And we're revisiting our rose bush that we cut back, that we did the video on at the end of February. Actually, I think it was February the 27th when we did the video. And it's doing quite well. So you can revisit that video and look at it to see how we trimmed this rose bush back. We trimmed it back to 8 inches of the ground. And as you can see, like I said, it's doing quite well. And we've got that branching all the way to the ground. And that's what we're looking for. Today is May the 14th. It's the day after Mother's Day. And even with the cooler than average spring that we've had, you can see we still got blooms the day after Mother's Day. So we made Mother's Day with the blooms. What we're going to do today is it's time to reapply the fertilizer, which is our Fertilome rose and flower food with a systemic insecticide. Now we're going to use 2 ounces and just do it in a drip line around the rose bush. And like we talked about in the previous video, if they're on an incline or something, just fertilize that high side where it don't get away from it. Also today, we're going to treat this with a tree and shrub systemic insect drench from Fertilome. Now what this is going to do is it's going to work up into that plant and it's going to give you year-long protection from bugs and insects. And one of the main things it does is protects against Japanese beetles, which will be up and going here in another month or so. So I've already got my chemical in here. What this calls for, and just always read your label. And you want to make sure, really make sure and shake this up good. Well, what it calls for is 3 ounces of this product for each foot of shrub height. So I've got 12 ounces in here. We're treating this rose bush for 4 foot. I know we're not hardly at 4 foot yet, it's about 3 foot. But it's going to continue to grow. We just fertilized it again, so we're going to treat it for 4 foot. Now what you're going to want to do, and you want to mix it up really well when you get it in here. Like I said, I've already got my, you're going to mix it with 1 gallon of water. Now this is different than the fertilizer. We're not just going to put this in a drip zone. We want it to take up every bit of this chemical. So we're going to put it right at the base, and you're going to want to pour it slow. Because you want it to work in the ground and none of it to get away from that plant. So pour a little, let it work in, then pour you a little more. Now if you've got a bug problem with something now, and now this is good for roses, crepe myrtles, Japanese maples, anything that you're having a problem with bugs getting on. Flower and cherry trees is a real good one to use it on. But if you do have some type of bug problem now, I would go ahead and use it, but you're going to have to spray also, because like I said, this is a systemic. It's going to take it 2 to 4 weeks to completely get up in that plant and give you the protection that we're looking for. Now, like I said, we trimmed this rose bush back February the 27th, and as you can see, it's really full all the way to the bottom. If you can follow me around, let's get a picture of that. And if you can follow me around, we left one over here that we left up about 2.5 foot. Now this is another one that we trimmed back to 8 inches of the ground. But as you can see, we left one trimmed about 2.5 feet, and you can see the difference in this rose bush and the ones we trimmed back to 8 inches of the ground. All right, we'll revisit this rose bush again here in a couple of months. Like I said, we'll need to put our fertilizer back on in about 8 weeks. So that's pretty much all there is to do now. We surely do appreciate you tuning in. If we can ever help you with anything, please let us know. You can follow us on our Facebook page, on Instagram. Keep an eye on our YouTube channel for upcoming videos. And you can always check us out on our website at gibbsgardencenter.com.